Hello, folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Jake Break. Trent and I coming to you live here from a different night than usual, Friday night. I know you're all listening to this either Monday sometime or sometime next week here, but coming to you on Good Friday, Trent. How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, man, it's been a week. Some real long days, lots of manual labor, lots of driving, and I'm beat. So, might sound a little tired tonight because I may or may not fall asleep during this episode.
Hey, and like you and I said beforehand, this, for some folks that are maybe complaining about the episodes being too long, this one is probably going to be short, sweet, and to the point, and we're going to get after it. We had some plans for this episode. Unfortunately, they fell through. We had a special guest plan. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately fell through. They're going to come back on the show here sometime in the coming weeks. Something last minute came up. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule. So, we still have the show. We're still rolling this week, but it's not going to be what we planned, but it's going to be short, sweet, to the point, and another good show for you this week. So, welcome again to episode 44 of the Jake Break. So, like every show here the last few weeks, Trent, we are going to start off with the breaking question segment for the week. And we got a question rifled in from a loyal fan, probably one of the most loyal fans from day one, a listener by the name of Chris. Shout out Chris here, a friend of the program, a friend of ours. He says, all right, what do Jake and Trent currently have in the bag? And maybe some detail on the clubs, like standard length, grips, shaft flex, etc. Loving the show thus far. Can't wait for what's to come. So, do you want to take the lead first on this one, or do you want me to run with it?
Oh, I can rip mine quick while it's fresh in my mind.
All right.
What do we want to start? Putter?
Yeah, if you want to just walk us through the whole shebang.
All right. So, I have a Cleveland Huntington Beach putter. I'm not a big fan of mallet putters. I never have been. My distance control has been terrible. So I'm not a fan of mallets. After putter, I go to my wedges, and I have... They're the full face grind wedges, and I believe they're Cleveland's. Are they Cleveland's, Jake? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yep, they're Cleveland's too.
Yeah, so I have Cleveland wedges, and I forget what model they are. I could go look, but they're
not the zip cores, are they?
They are the zip cores, that's right.
Okay.
And so I have a 58 degree and a 54 degree in the full face zip core. And then I have a 50 degree wedge that's also a Cleveland, but it's not the full face. It's just the standard zip core. After that, I am pitching wedge through 4-iron in TaylorMade P770s. Standard length, mid-size Golf Pride grip, and my lie on my irons is 1 degree upright. After the 4-iron, I have a 3-wood that's a Titleist. Oof. This is a tough one.
I think it's a TS2, same as mine, right?
I think so. I wasn't sure if it was a 2 or a 3, but yeah, I think it's a 2.
I can't remember anymore.
But I have a Titleist 3-wood, and I have a 1-iron in the bag. It is also a Titleist. It's a utility iron that I don't play it too often, but it's one of those clubs that, I mean, when I catch it clean, I can hit it 250, 260.
It's fun to watch. It's a lot of fun.
So I have that, especially if I'm struggling off the tee or if I need to keep a shot low. And then driver, I have a Cobra Speedback. I've had that in the bag for, I don't know how many years that's been.
I think we still worked at the course when you got that.
Yeah, it's been 6-7 years.
And it still hits bombs.
It does. I had to. I went through one shaft already. I broke a shaft.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was right. Luckily, it was right after I got back from my Florida golf trip. We were on the range together, and I hit one drive, and as soon as I hit the drive, I was like, that didn't sound right. And I brought the club head down, and the head just snapped right off. It just went broke off. But I am a stiff 65 or 70 gram shaft in my driver.
I love it.
I had an extra stiff there for a while when I had my R15, my TaylorMade, but rocking a stiff in the Cobra.
That's the gaming clubs there.
That's right.
Very good. And no preference on ball, right? Or do you have a preference on ball?
You're
not playing noodles or anything, but
no, I'm not playing noodles. I'm not playing there's a bunch of balls that I will not play, but I would say primarily I'm either Pro V1 or Pro V1X. I'll throw in a Chrome Soft here or there. If I find TP5s, but like back when I was in college, I mean, we found a lot of Pro Vs, but then I also bought a crap ton for like dumb, stupid, cheap.
That's right.
I forgot. I bought like, I don't know, like 20 dozen Pro V1s and Pro V1Xs. They were all brand new. They were all logo balls. This old guy, every time he would go to a course, he would buy a logo Pro V. And he would just keep them just for like keepsake. Never would play them. And then he was moving to Florida and he didn't have room to take them all. So I bought like, it was close to 20 dozen. And I paid, I believe it was $4 a dozen for these balls. It was some old rich guy that was moving to Florida, and he just didn't want them. And he was like, dude, I just need to move all of this stuff now. And he brought all of them. And he's like, do you only want like 1 or 2 dozen? I was like, well, how much do you want? He goes, well, he's like, I think he told me like $15 a dozen. I said, well, would you give me a bulk deal? He said, I'd sell them all for $4 a dozen. I was like, that's a deal. So I still have, I probably have 18 dozen, 20, close to probably 20 dozen.
Jeez.
Still those balls. Because, even when we went to the golf trip last year, I think I only lost maybe 2 or 3 balls.
Yeah. No, I don't even think. I think that was just on the Saturday course. We had lost a couple.
But yeah, I typically don't lose too many. The only time I'll throw them out is if I would happen to hit cart path and they just get too slashed up.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can't stand is playing with a ball that has like a deep scuff in it. I don't really know how much it affects my game because I'm not that good, but it's more like a mental thing for me.
Yeah.
But
that's good. Yeah, that's a solid setup there. Walking you through mine, it's subject to change probably. I think I'm going to tinker a little bit with the longer clubs this summer. Again, potentially going to get fitted before the end of the year. We'll see. But as of now, my setup is I use an old Ping Answer 2 putter, 36-inch putter. I like the longer putter. Helps ease up the back a little bit. And then wedges, I'm going 60, 56, and 52 Titleist SM8s, Vokeys. And then pitching wedge through 5-iron. I am in the AP3s, so a little bit older series from Titleist, but still love them. And then have a 4 hybrid TS3 Titleist 4 hybrid, and then a 3 hybrid TaylorMade R15. It's an older one, but used to be my go-to club in the bag. Then last year I struggled with it, but then halfway through the year something just clicked again, and I was hitting it like old trusty or old reliable again. So it was a good club in the bag. And then I got 3 wood Titleist TS2, and then my driver. Last summer I tinkered with that because the old driver I was using that I bought 4 or 5 years ago or longer was just really light and whippy and was getting way too much spin on it. It was just killing distance. So I switched to an old 915 Titleist driver. So that's been helping, but I still think there's some things we need to work on there. So, but yeah, overall though, clubs are only a half-inch longer than standard. 1 degree upright, like you said, Trent, very similar in that regard. Stiff shafts and everything. Grip. That's the other one I'm forgetting. I use the mid-size Tour Velvets. Very picky about that. I won't play another grip beside the mid-size Tour Velvets. my favorite grip ever. So, and then ball I'm gaming usually just I don't know. I'm a fan. I mean, it's pretty pretty stereotypical. I'm going with the Pro V1. I do like the Pro V1 X's if the swing is feeling good. I feel like I can control the spin a little better with those. I know this is going to really sound really weird because that's like one of the harder balls Titleist makes, but if my swing is really feeling bad, and I'm really flipping at the ball and spinning the ball really, really badly, I actually enjoy playing the AVX. I feel like it brings the spin down, lowers the flight, just easier ball to hit in my opinion, but I'm sure it's probably just a mental thing, so but that's that.
Yeah, that's a ball I prefer to hit nukes with.
The AVX. Yeah, heck yeah.
That ball feels so good off the club.
Yeah. It just feels like you're cutting a knife through warm butter, dude. It's a really nice feel ball off the club face. But very good. Well, great question, Chris. As we get into golf season here, maybe we can break it down, do a video, potentially what's in the bag or whatever. I love those videos on YouTube or social media or whatever. So maybe when the weather gets warmer, we get together and start playing some golf. We can do that as well. But that's what we're gaming, just going into 2026 season here. So with that in mind, though, let's jump right to the sports segment for the week. Something we are hyped about this week here, Trent. You had mentioned last episode about the Hodge Trophy announcement. Do you want to provide the results and what we saw with that?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much, I think, it wasn't going another way. So Mesenbrink did win the Hodge, rightfully so. It wasn't even close. I think he blew the votes out of the water. So congrats to him on a very solid year. I mean, very solid 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see him come back for next year. But, and I've seen the videos that it's 2 days after the national championship, all the Penn State guys are back in the wrestling room. It's just, you don't train national champions just through the season, right? Right after they win national championships, they are right back in the training room, and they're starting for next year. So that just speaks on the character and the mentality of that team.
Yeah, I mean, it's just electric. I mean, there was no way anybody could argue that Mesenbrink wasn't the most dominant wrestler in college wrestling. I mean, there was a lot of good wrestlers this year, but this guy was just dominant. I mean, to get a Tech fall in the finals, NCAA finals, is just absolutely insane. So, hats off to him, like Trent said. Another big event happening this weekend, since we are filming on Friday, and you're probably listening to this after the men's Final Four this weekend. Arizona and Michigan, and then Illinois and UConn, 2 electric games on the slate for Saturday night. I don't know. It's going to be exciting. So I don't know how close you've been paying attention to this Final Four leading up to it here, Trent, but this Illinois team, dude, I feel like we got to talk about them. They are something different. They're fun to watch from the court, but I swear their SID, their person for information and kind of their media training, they've got to be in shambles right now. Some of the post-game interviews and some of the pre-game stuff, these Illinois guys are just off the rails with some of the stuff they're saying, but they're entertaining. I mean, you can't deny that. They're very entertaining. But
yeah, I would love to see. I always love to see a good upset. Everyone always has 1 seeds in the finals playing each other. It's always good to see. I mean, there's going to be a 1 seed in the final regardless.
Yeah.
But what do you think is going to happen with the Arizona-Michigan game?
I think it's going to be a really good game. I mean, Arizona is just really well coached. Not that Michigan isn't, but Arizona is really well coached, fundamentally good. Michigan has just been dominant this year, in my opinion. They got some good transfers in. They grew up some talent. I don't know. Arizona's just very disciplined and a good, solid team. I think that's probably going to be the closest game of the weekend, in all honesty. But in my opinion, as much as I would love to see an Arizona-Illinois championship game, I just think it's going to be Michigan-UConn. Like the way that UConn gutted out a win last week against Duke, when they could have very easily just rolled over and accepted defeat. Now, granted, I think part of that is Duke gave that game away a little bit, but UConn, credit to them, they hustled back and won that game, rightfully so. I just think it's going to be Michigan UConn championship.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think it'll be Michigan UConn, and then I think it would be cool to see Michigan win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that UConn, if that's the matchup, I think UConn may take Michigan. And, I mean, UConn's coach is just a different breed. It's Hurley, right?
Yeah, Dan Hurley.
Dude, that guy is a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like, he's insane, but it's what that team needs. The fire. Talk about, I mean, everyone's been on a sports team where you had a coach that they seemed like they didn't really care to be there. But then you've had that coach that just knows what to say and when to say it to get you in the right mindset. He's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the kids ever need to get their heads screwed on straight, and, I mean, he knows how to light a fire under their butts. My favorite clip of him is that one game, I think it was it last year? Whenever he was, like, celebrating with one of his players, like, going absolutely crazy, and then, like, flipped a switch, turned around, and then shook the hands of the opposing team. Dude,
yeah.
It's just, I love watching. And like, or what was that? I guess it was it after the Duke game when he like went up and like shoved his forehead in the referee's face?
Yeah, exactly. And people were like, "Oh, that should have been a technical foul. Duke should have had free throws and gotten the ball back. Like UConn should have even won that game." I get it, but dude, come on, really? Like,
and like what? I mean, what I'm assuming just from watching that like breakdown, I'm assuming the ref had to have said something to Hurley within the final couple seconds or minutes of the game, like telling him to calm down because the game's over or something along the lines of that, because Hurley's reaction was like just his body gestures said to me like, "Oh, really? Like, you better eat the words that you just said because we just won," kind of deal.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find the quotes here quick because it was so funny to the reactions afterwards. So, Granted, that referee is not participating in the Final Four or the championship game, from what I understand.
Yeah, but he said it was just like a conversation. He's like, "Yeah, there's nothing was meant by it."
Yeah, let me see here. I'm trying to find it quick so we don't waste a lot of time with it. But it was so funny. Oh, man, I wish I had it here. Like, Dan Hurley said something about, we just said that, like, he's a nice guy. And, let me see here if I can find it quick. But overall, I think it's going to be a great matchups for the weekend. I think it's going to be an exciting time. And, be curious what everyone's thoughts are. If you think, let us know in the comments who you think who you think is going to win this. Or actually, no, we're going to be talking about this beforehand. People are going to be listening to this afterwards. So tell us if you got your predictions right. This is screwing me all sorts of up here. But all good. Yeah, I can't seem to find it here. But basically, he said something about, we had a great conversation. Like, we were just talking about stuff, and I forget. I'll have to see if I can find it. It was really funny, but
yeah, they were saying like people are looking too much into it. Like, it was nothing was meant by it. It's fine kind of deal. Because I saw that quote before I saw the clip, and then I saw the clip, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, he didn't headbutt him, but like, I mean, he if another grown man stuck his head like that in my face, it would take everything I have not to punch him right in the jaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a demeaning thing, but like, I also would like to know what sparked that, because another grown man doesn't just do that without a reason.
Right.
Like, something was said or murmured by the ref to make him act like that. But I mean, into like just March basketball brings out the emotions in everybody, coach, players, and sometimes it's hard to control that.
Yeah, 100%. Shoot, I wish I could find this here, but I'm going to be looking all night for it if I keep looking. But Yeah, you're right. The emotions run hot, and I'm glad it played out the way it did. Because, like, if you do call that technical foul in that moment, you're going to be, if you're a UConn fan, you're like, well, yeah, they're bailing out Duke. But if you're a Duke fan, I see it like, well, why is the coach in the ref's face at near the end of the game? Like, I see it both ways, but ultimately, I'm glad they let the ball play out and decide the game. So, but all in all, very exciting weekend. Last thing on the sports segment, I guess you could put this in sports, right, is the Pennsylvania Trout opener this weekend. Exciting times. I'm very glad they made the switch to quit the split openings in the state several years ago, because that was ultimately just a disaster. No other way to put it. It was always a disaster.
And, like, for most people, you probably didn't really notice a difference. But for us, the county that we grew up in, that we lived in, we fished in, we were on the line. Mm-hmm. We were the northwest most county for the early opener. So everyone in counties that were northwest of us would flock to the nearest county to be able to fish a week early. And that was our county. So our streams had double the amount of people.
Yep.
So it was just, it was always dumb to me of why they split the opener. So now that it's statewide, the first day is a lot more, I don't know, bearable, put it that way. But like I said, me and my brother, we went every single year. We were at the stream usually by 5:30. Fishing doesn't start till 8 on opening morning. So, like, we got there, got our spot, and just, had a good time. But I can't tell you it's probably been 4 or 5 years since I've been the first day of trout. And it's probably been 2-3 years since I've even fished for trout. Mm-hmm. Life just comes at you busy. Before or after school, I just go, wait a stream for 3-4 hours. I just don't got the time now.
Yeah, and I bet you it's been at least probably 2 years for me since I've gone. So last year I know I didn't, just was busy with work stuff and different things. So on the weekends it seemed like. The year before, I'm not 100% sure if I did or not. So we're going to try and make it happen this year.
We'll have to make a vlog day, Jake. Going out and hitting some trout streams.
Heck yeah. I'd be game with that. Very good. But, yeah, for those of you that went out, I hope you had some good luck. Send us some pictures our way if you were able to catch some decent-looking trout on opening weekend or anything here in Pennsylvania. So let us know how you went. Best of luck if you didn't go the first weekend or you're going this weekend. So, but very good. Good deal. So we're going to jump right into our next segment here, Trent. We're going to keep this train rolling. Like I said, tonight we're being efficient, folks. So we're going to try and keep rolling here for you this week. Because we'll talk on it later, we have an exciting end to the week here. So jumping into the gas and brake segment, Trent. I'll lead the charge here because I'm fired up with this, dude. Right. It's been going on for weeks now, and I'm just so over it at this point. I'm going all brakes on my eye twitching. It's the stupidest, littlest thing here. But I'm telling you, this left eye here, Trent, this eyelid has not stopped twitching for, I guarantee it, over 2 weeks. 2 to 3. It's pushing 3 weeks probably by this point. It's not constantly just going like this, but every few minutes. Like right now it's doing it. I don't think you can catch it on the camera.
I saw it just a little bit.
But every few minutes it just goes, like, just twitches, and it just drives me to insanity. So, I don't know. If somebody could tell me what the world is going on, it would be greatly appreciated. I brought this up just out of the Wild Blue Yonder to some of my friends at work, and they told me it is stress-related. So I don't know if that's it, but if somebody knows what's causing this eye twitching for 3 weeks straight, please, for the love of God, let me know what it is, because it is driving me to insanity, Trent. I'm ready to cut my eyelids off.
Did it happen when we were doing the archery shoot?
It happened, like, during that. I could feel it, like, all day long. And it was, like, for probably a week or more before that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that could be or how to fix it. other than, like I said, cutting your eyelid off so
I'm
it can't twitch.
borderline thinking of doing next. It's driving me to insanity, dude. So that's my break for the week.
I think I've had that happen before, but I don't really know what I did to get rid of it.
Well, I've had it happen in the past, but not have it stick around for this long. Like, it just will not go away.
Maybe just take like some ice cubes and just hold on your eye and just freeze the nerves. Like, put them in a shock.
That might be the move.
Yep.
I'm going to try it. I'm up to anything at this point.
It's either that or light it on fire, but I think the latter might hurt a little bit more.
I might even just cut all my hair off, too. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Shave it.
I'm not going that far.
All right, Jake. I got an update. So what I told you before we went live, I got a recent update. So, so I'll just lead with I'm going brakes on package deliveries that don't go according to plan or get delayed. So I ordered something Tuesday evening, and this place is 35 to 40 minutes from my house, right? And they ship from their warehouse. Said to be here Friday. I'm like, great, because I wanted to use it either tonight or tomorrow. So it's shipped from Leola, Pennsylvania, which is near Lancaster, right? So it went from Leola to Lancaster, Lancaster to Harrisburg, right? Moving in the right direction. So it has to come to York next. It goes from Harrisburg, PA, Jake, to Charleston, West Virginia. Then it goes from Charleston, West Virginia to Pittsburgh. And then it went from Pittsburgh back to Harrisburg. It got to Harrisburg tonight at 6:48 p.m.
6:48
p.m. It got to Harrisburg. And
What
it was at Harrisburg on April 1st.
Jeez.
So I'm assuming someone loaded my package on the wrong truck and it got mistakenly sent to West Virginia. And it got to West Virginia and was like, oh crap, we need to send this thing back. So now it's not going to be here till at least tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, what the world, dude?
Yeah. Like, if it gets delayed by weather, whatever, it's still annoying, but like, when it's 30 minutes from my house and then it gets shipped to a different state, like, what are we doing?
100%.
Makes no sense. But yeah, I'm pumping the brakes on deliveries that go AWOL.
That's such a good one. That makes no logical sense. Like, I understand, like, well, transportation, housing, packages or whatever, but I mean, they passed your house probably like twice.
Yeah, and the fact that it left Harrisburg, it went to Harrisburg, then it left Harrisburg, and then 2 days later it came back to Harrisburg.
That's crazy.
Makes no sense. Like I said, I'm assuming someone just made a mistake and threw it in the wrong truck or put it in the wrong bin.
That's a good break. Very good break. Well, good deal. Well, we'll just keep on rolling here to the blind draft. Trent, you want to go over results from last week and then your idea that you came up with here for this week.
Yeah, Jake, you were on a heater. I think it's been like 4 weeks in a row now that you've won. So last week was animals you could be for a day, and I got 22% and you got 78. Either you have a bunch of supporters out there voting for you, you're paying them off. I think it was probably the dog pick is that what people chose you for. So now, let me just make sure I have this right. Yeah. I have 20 wins, you have 17, 4 ties, and the special guest have 2. So you have been on an absolute charge. But I'm feeling... I'm not. But I'm going to say I'm feeling confident for this week's. So I thought about... Was this last evening when I was sitting in traffic, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so my drive home is usually 20 minutes, and it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get home yesterday. So I was sitting in traffic,
Actually crazy.
thinking about this blind draft. So with something Easter related, going back to like nostalgic times, like Easter egg hunts, right? When you're going through your Easter egg basket, when you're cracking the eggs open, you're like, what are the top 5 items / candy, whatever it may be, that you would like to find in Easter eggs? Like when you cracked an egg open, what were you hoping to find?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to rock for this week for the Easter season.
I love it. I love it. Very good. Well, I think if I'm remembering right, I think you flipped the coin this week.
Alrighty. Not sure.
I'm going with heads.
Flip a coin. Tails.
Son of a gun.
Alright, Jake. I'm going to be honest. Number one, I'm going money.
Oh man, that's what I was gonna roll with.
Yep. Especially once you got to that age, like I'd say, we did an Easter egg hunt at the house on the farm, like a big Easter egg hunt with my brothers and cousins every single year. And I think probably when we got to the age, like, I don't know, I was probably 8, 9, maybe 10. We started doing money. And then there was less and less eggs each year. But like from going from, nickels, dimes, and quarters, it went to dollar bills, $5 bills. And then like we had a golden egg that would have like a $20 bill in it. So, but then we'd have other eggs with like candy and stuff too. But like we were all hoping for money at that point, right? You get into that age where you want to start buying stuff that like, I don't want candy, I want the dough,
Dang, that's a good one. Number one pick, I'm going to go with like the miniature, I don't know what you would call them, like the Snickers minis,
Okay.
like the fun size ones.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put Snickers just because I think assuming everything we're gonna pick is gonna fit in an egg.
Yeah, true.
So I'm just gonna put Snickers. All right, Jake. I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna go the Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh, that was gonna be my next one. Yeah, good pick. All right, very good. Number 2 for me, I'm gonna go with the Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Okay. Talk about shrinkflation. I had one the other day. They've gotten so small. Dude, they used to be like 2 inches long, 3 inches long. Now they're like this big.
Oh yeah,
It's ridiculous.
they're literally bite size now.
The package has remained the same size, but the chocolate's gotten smaller. It's ridiculous. All right, Jake. Number 3. I think I'm gonna go Nerds. Those little boxes of Nerds.
Oh no way! I never had too many of them in an egg. That's cool. Good pick. Number 3 for me. I am going to go with Twix, like the little
Okay.
Twixes.
Yeah. Number 4. I'm gonna go Milky Way.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I haven't had one of them in a while. Good deal. Number 4 for me. I'm going to go with the old-fashioned Hershey's Kiss.
Ugh, God.
I feel like those were just like a staple. You could throw them in the egg; they fit perfect every time.
Yeah, I like the cookies and cream ones.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
For gas.
Yeah.
Let's see. This last one's tough. I'm gonna go Three Musketeers.
Ooh, okay. For my 5th one, this one is so tough. Wow. I feel like for my 5th pick, I gotta go with a Crunch Bar. As random as that is, like Crunch Bars used to make like egg-shaped Crunch Bars, and for some reason they always like seem to hit better than just regular Crunch Bars.
It's solid. It's one of my favorites too. I'll go over mine here quick. So I had Money at 1, Cadbury Cream Eggs at 2, Nerds at 3, Milky Way at 4, and Three Musketeers at 5.
Yeah, that's a good list. I'm telling you. This might be the week that the heater comes to a blazing halt, Trent, because that's a real good list. I got Snickers at 1, Reese's Peanut Butter Eggs at 2, 3 Twix, 4 Hershey's Kiss, and then 5 Crunch Bar.
I don't know. I think we're pretty tight, Jake. You stole Snickers, Reese's Eggs, and Twix all off of my list.
Dang, really? That many?
Yep.
Wow, great minds think alike, I guess.
Yep.
Well, and I think with you having money too, like that's such a big differentiator. I mean,
Yeah.
when you opened up that coin and had like a dollar bill or a couple quarters in there.
Yeah. See, I remember picking up, as soon as I'd find the eggs, I'd shake it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like you could either hear the coins, or if you didn't hear anything, you're like, "Oh, it's money." Or it's one of those like Skittles packets that was so tight that you couldn't feel the shake.
Oh, I didn't even think of those. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't a big Skittles guy, but my honorable mentions I had on here was Smarties.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, my honorable mentions now you brought up Skittles would have to either be Skittles or Twizzlers for sure.
Yeah.
I love some good Twizzlers too. So, but Smarties is a good one. Man, I haven't had them in a long time too. Good deal. Well, be sure to check that out tomorrow, because this will be dropping Monday. Be sure to check out on our Instagram on Tuesday for the blind draft. Make sure you vote on that for the best candy/items you could find in Easter eggs growing up. If you want to vote on this poll, be sure to send us an email, send us a DM, something if you missed the blind draft vote on Tuesday for some reason. But yeah, otherwise let us know what we missed. I mean, I'm sure different people had different things in their Easter eggs growing up. Let us know in the comments what we might have missed. Be curious to hear what everyone might have had growing up. But overall, make sure you vote on Tuesday and let us know. But before we wrap up the show here, Trent, yeah, like I said, we're being efficient here this evening. We got some big news. Very, very big news coming up this week. So if you did not see on the Instagram, if you did not see on the TikTok, we got some big news coming. Trent, do you want to share with the folks what's happening this week?
Yeah, so the YouTube video that we filmed, that we kind of gave some sneak peeks on social media and talked about previously, that I finished up editing that. You gave her the good old check mark, helped me out with it. It is going to be going live April 9th at noon Eastern Standard Time. And that's the first of many. We already got, the second one is going to be a banger. That one's going to be a legit movie. And
Yeah.
just a little tip, it's already done.
It's locked and loaded.
Back-to-back nights, I was tired. I should have went to bed, but I didn't. And with the one night, Jake, I was up till 11:30, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was pushing midnight for sure.
And I had to be up at 4:45 the next morning for work.
Yeah.
But I was just in the zone, grinded it out, and so that one's ready to be posted as well. So we're probably going to space them out. I don't know, a week to 2 weeks, because we don't want to put all of our eggs in the basket and have them upload and then go several weeks without an upload. So, but here with golf season coming up, you better believe we're going to have some videos in the works.
Oh, heck yeah. And, shout out Trent. He just hammered it out of the park with the editing. So when this video drops this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, make sure you hammer that like button. Leave a comment. Show some love to Trent for the editing that he put together on this video. And while you're at it, on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because, like Trent mentioned, there's going to be some more stuff rolling in through here. The first one, if you did not see the sneak peek, is our shed hunting video that we did here a few weeks back. You don't want to miss that. There is some pretty exciting stuff that goes on in there. We won't spoil anything, but it's electric. There's power lines going through the video at one spot, but the video itself is electric with what what we came on to. So make sure to check it out as soon as it drops there Thursday. Send us, a message what you think of it. We're excited about it. It's our first one outside of like kind of the normal episodes we drop week after week. But stay tuned. Like Trent said, there's some bangers coming in the near future as far as the content games go. So if there's something you want to see, like we're thinking of all sorts of ideas, but if there's something you want to see us do, whether it's on the golf course, whether it's in the woods, whether it's on the water, whether it's in the workshop, like we talked about doing some home improvement stuff maybe, let us know what you want to see from us, because we're going into this full force, baby. Jake Break to the moon in 2026. So, but all in all, another episode in the books. Trent, anything you feel like we should add for the good of the show this week here?
I don't think so. I hope you had I guess I should say past tense, I hope you had a great Easter. Got to spend it with family, loved ones. But other than that, I don't think so. I'm ready to go to bed.
Dude, I am too. I had to hide a couple yawns, but Trent and I, we're company men. We're going to be here week in and week out, 44 weeks in a row, Trent, and we haven't missed one time. One time.
Yeah. There's been weeks with some significant back pain. There's been some week with some sickness. There's been some weeks we've been in the dumps. We had some weeks that you could not control your coughing, but neither here nor there, we're here.
Yeah. True company men. Hard-working
right.
men. We're here week in and week out for the Jake Break faithful. So all we ask, we're not begging, we're not pleading, we're just asking you, please smash that subscribe button on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you find us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure you show the show some love here so we can keep growing the program. But till next week, be sure to check out the YouTube video. Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on the Jake Break Podcast YouTube channel. You cannot miss it if you already subscribed to us on YouTube. But till next week, we'll see you then.